government secret surveillance and individual privacy rights, navigating transparency issues. Explore the tension between government confidentiality and surveillance programs and individual privacy rights amid ongoing transparency issues and secrecy concerns. Government secrecy and surveillance programs and your privacy rights. You know, sometimes it feels like we're living in a kind of spy movie. The government's got these huge surveillance programs, some of which most people don't even know about. And that brings up this tricky debate about government classified information and how much the public really should know versus protecting national security. It's a fine line between keeping citizens safe and crossing into the territory of invading personal privacy. So here's what's fascinating and concerning about government information secrecy. When agencies operate in the shadows, using what we call government secret policies to monitor communication, track behavior, or collect data, they often rely on layers of government confidentiality to keep it all under wraps. But what does that mean for you and me? Are our privacy rights being sidelined? And how much transparency should we expect from our government, especially when it concerns mass surveillance? For starters, most governments classify documents and programs as top secret or confidential to prevent sensitive information from falling into the wrong hands. That's understandable. No one wants an adversary to know exactly what the government is doing. This is where government document secrecy comes into play. Still, the balance here is delicate. Excessive secrecy can lead to government transparency issues and erode public trust. Think about the scandals we've seen in the past decade, when whistleblowers revealed the extent of electronic spying and data collection programs run by intelligence agencies. Suddenly, it felt like people everywhere were waking up to the fact that their calls, emails, or even social media activity might be swept up in these vast net-like systems, stored away under cryptic code names and hidden behind government information secrecy. What's really interesting is how this tension shapes our democracy. On one hand, governments argue these secret programs are essential to keep the country safe from threats. On the other hand, citizens worry about losing control of their personal information and being subjected to surveillance without clear oversight. This uncertainty fuels debates about privacy rights and whether the government's actions actually comply with constitutional protections. One way to get a sense of this dynamic is through fiction, specifically psychological thrillers that capture the paranoid yet eerily plausible world of surveillance and conspiracy. Take Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's one of those stories that taps into everything we fear about government secret policies and the manipulation of truth. It reveals not only how deep government classified information secrecy can go, but also how powerful and dangerous hidden agendas might be. And look, while that book is fiction, in many ways it mirrors the real-life concerns we have about government confidentiality and mass surveillance, issues that rarely make it to the front page in a way that people truly understand. The more secretive the government is, the less informed the public becomes, and that makes it easier for questionable policies to continue without accountability. So what can someone do if they're worried about these issues? The first step is to stay informed and demand stronger government transparency. Public pressure has led to reforms before, like more oversight on surveillance programs and whistleblower protections. It's not just about suspicion, but about making sure our rights aren't eroded in the name of national security. And hey, if you want something both entertaining and thought-provoking on this topic, check out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's available in ebook, print, or audio formats, so you can enjoy it however you prefer. The story really captures the chaos and paranoia surrounding government secrecy while keeping you on the edge of your seat. Whether it's through fiction or engaging with real-world news and discussions, understanding the interplay between government information secrecy and individual privacy rights is more important than ever. As citizens, it's crucial to question where the boundaries of secrecy should lie and what transparency really means in a modern democracy. At the end of the day, the hope is for a system where security and privacy coexist, and where government transparency issues don't become an excuse for unchecked secrecy. Because in the absence of scrutiny, government secret policies can too easily spiral into something that controls rather than protects. So keep your eyes open, ask questions, and remember, sometimes the stories we tell in books like Hush aren't just fiction. They're a warning, a reflection of what might happen when government secrecy goes too far. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit about this. Stay curious.